Welcome back to Winning Law. I'm attorney David Nguyen with offices in Houston, Texas. Today we're going to talk about an issue that is not talked about very often, and that is immigration abuse. If you are married to a U.S. citizen or green card holder and you suffered abuse in this relationship, this video will apply to you and you may qualify for immigration benefits. In 1994, President Bill Clinton signed into law the Violence Against Women's Act, otherwise known as VAWA. Under VAWA, foreign nationals may qualify for a green card if they have been married to a U.S. citizen or green card holder and have suffered abuse. There are many types of abuses that foreign nationals may be subjected to. These abuses may be related to physical abuse, mental abuse, emotional abuse, financial abuse, economic abuse, and also immigration abuse. There are many misconceptions about VAWA, and today I want to make this video to share what VAWA truly is and what it isn't. Now, let's talk about the 10 biggest VAWA misconceptions. The first misconception is that only women can qualify for VAWA. This is absolutely not true. In fact, our office has filed numerous VAWA cases for both men and women. The second biggest misconception is that VAWA requires physical abuse, and this is not true. Abuses take many forms, as we have talked about before. There are many different types of abuses, so it's best to speak with an attorney to discuss what type of abuses that you may be suffering from and if it qualifies for VAWA. The third biggest misconception with VAWA is that if you enter the country illegally, you can apply for VAWA, and this is not true. VAWA protects anyone, regardless of whether or not they entered the country illegally or legally. The fourth biggest misconception about VAWA is that the U.S. citizen or green card holder spouse will know that you filed for VAWA. This is not true. In fact, VAWA is specifically designed to be confidential. If you file a VAWA case through an attorney, only your attorney will receive the receipt notices or any notices whatsoever regarding your case. This means that your information is protected. This being said, as a tip, you should always make sure that your U.S. citizen or green card holder spouse does not have access to your telephone or your emails in case your attorney is communicating with you back and forth using these mediums. The fifth biggest misconception about VAWA is that you must be in the United States to apply, and this is not true. In fact, if you are outside of the United States, you can still apply for VAWA, especially if you left the United States in order to flee from your U.S. citizen or green card holder spouse because they were being abusive. The sixth biggest misconception is that if you are still living with your U.S. citizen or green card holder spouse or abuser, you cannot apply for VAWA. And that is not true. Even if you're still together, even if you're not divorced and still living together, you can still file for VAWA. VAWA is confidential, so the person that you're living with will never know that you applied for VAWA. So if you are being threatened to stay in the marriage simply because of your immigration status, this is not a good reason to stay in an abusive relationship. The seventh misconception about VAWA is that if you apply for VAWA, your children cannot be included, and this is not true either. In fact, if you have children that are unmarried with you, they can also be included as derivative beneficiaries in your VAWA petition. This means that through you, they can obtain their own green cards and stay lawfully inside the United States. The eighth biggest VAWA misconception is lack of evidence. Many people that are suffering abuse at the hands of their U.S. citizen or green card holder spouse believe that they do not have enough evidence in order to qualify for VAWA based on what they read online or what their friends tell them. In my experience, we can help many people apply for VAWA because we can give them ideas and suggestions on how to apply for VAWA and what documents they need in order to qualify. The ninth biggest VAWA misconception is that you can no longer qualify to apply if you're no longer married to your U.S. citizen or green card holder spouse. In fact, you can apply for VAWA up to 2 years after your divorce. So whether you're married or divorced from your abuser, you can still qualify for VAWA. The last major misconception about VAWA cases is that a case is impossible. If you have been to an attorney and you have been turned down because they tell you that your case is not strong enough, or you filed the case yourself or with an attorney and the case was denied, I strongly encourage you to reach out to our office. Just like doctors, there are doctors that only focus on the eyes. There are doctors that only focus on teeth. Just like them, there are attorneys that have a better understanding of VAWA and can give you better ideas on how you can win and make your case successful. So before you give up, make sure that you contact an experienced immigration attorney to see what they can do in order to help you with your VAWA case. Again, just because your case may seem impossible to the right attorney, you may have a very strong and winnable case. If you find yourself in an abusive relationship at the hands of a U.S. citizen or green card holder spouse, it is very, very important for you to reach out to a qualified and experienced immigration attorney to determine if VAWA is right for you. This way, you're not throwing away any opportunities that you could have to adjust your status to that of a green card holder. At the end of this video, we're going to share a testimonial from one of our prior clients regarding his immigration journey related to his VAWA case. Thank you for watching Winning Law. I'm attorney David Nguyen, and we hope that we have made the VAWA process easier to understand. If you have a friend or know a foreign national that is in an abusive relationship by the hands of their U.S. citizen or green card holder spouse, we encourage you to share this video with them. Let them know that there is something they can do in order to protect their immigration status. Again, thank you for watching Winning Law, and we hope that we have made immigration easy to understand.
My name is Yusuf. I want to explain to other people that go through the same situation I am into in the times of my marriage and my immigration status. I've seen them, talked to them, but I can see a lot of people are afraid to do the right thing in order to be out of, because I can see they're having a lot of depression, emotional depression and everything, but I can see a lot of people are afraid to apply to see the way they can be out from the abusive marriage they were into it. So this reason why I really want to give this speech in order for people so that they can have opportunity and also see me as an evidence of the same situation. When I was in a situation, I was so depressed, emotionally depressed. So I have a family relationship that saw me most times and always worried about the way I feel and the way I look. So I have to talk about it with the family relationship, but they now advise me and encourage me to see a lawyer. Because at the situation I was facing, my spouse was abusive, physically abusive, financially abusive with me, and emotionally abusive with me. And also she was even threatening me on my immigration status. So I was so confused, I don't know what to do. With the person that referred me, a family friend, she already told me about their office, their firm. So when I Google about it, I read about the review. I can see a lot of review, good things about the firm. So that gave me more confidence to go ahead and go with my case with the firm. Really, I don't really feel like I have a strong case because I just know I was going through a lot of depression and a lot of things that I can't even explain to myself. But after I met with Anthony David, they made me realize I have a strong case. They helped me with the witness affidavit. They helped me put everything together, and they helped me put my case together in order for the immigration to understand what I'm going through within my case, in order to prove what is happening to me in my marriage. I got approved on that. Wow, I feel very, very relieved. I feel very, very relieved. On a more seriously, If I do it myself, I'm very sure I won't be able to be successful because I don't know what to put together and what to do in my situation then. So I appreciate I come to their office, so that really helped me. My first advice I would tell the person is, number one, see the Anthony firm, because you don't really know all the evidence you need. You just know you're going through a lot of things. But the Anthony will be the one to put you through what you need in order for you to be hard from what you are going through in your marriage. So I will advise you go through the law firm, which is to me, I will advise you to come to David Law Firm, because I've seen it and I've seen the situation they have take over my case, and at the end of the day, I'm not happy and I'm relieved from what I've been going through all this while. I will also let them to meet with the Anthony office, because they can let them understand, because with my own understanding, when you are afraid, when you have an Anthony, you don't have to be afraid, because everything will go through your Anthony. So in that way, your Anthony will tell you what you will do through your case. I will advise whoever that is going through the same situation I have been through before, that don't hesitate to go to Anthony and explain yourself before you get to a worse situation. Because in my situation, when I was in it, I was almost going to give up because life was so tough for me. So even when I'm working, I don't know what I'm doing. I keep thinking, because I keep having back and front of this emotional depression every time. So it's better you go to the Anthony, so that you don't think of something else that is going to be bad for you. There's always a way for you to come out from abusive relationship. That's my advice.
At David Nguyen's law office, we are here to help you. We bring families together through immigration. And on the other hand, we help you find solutions. All your legal needs in the hands of people who care, who are there for you. We'll take care of your loved ones at the law office of David.